Welcome to another edition of the DAMY Vlog. My name is Dr. David Duizer. Thank you so much for tuning in. On this show, we cover all things holistic health and wellness related. If you're interested in this type of content, this topic in general, please subscribe to our channel. We're going to be doing lots more videos in the near future. Again, my name is Dr. David Duizer. I'm a naturopathic doctor here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and the medical director at DamyHealth.com. On today's show, we're covering brain fog and bloating, and what the potential cause could be when they happen together. So we know that brain fog and bloating can be a symptom of a digestive upset. They can both occur with the diagnosis of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. They can both occur with the diagnosis of SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, which can occur at the same time as IBS, or can be separate from IBS as well. Now, there are a series of potential causes of these two conditions specifically, but what I really wanted to get at today was, why does brain fog occur and why does bloating occur when there's an imbalance in your normal flora? So basically, when there's an imbalance in your normal flora, your core probiotics that are occurring in the small intestine and the colon, when there's an imbalance in the ratio of the different strains that normally live inside of us, there is significant potential for the fermentation of sugars to be upregulated, so gas production can go high, which causes the symptom of bloating. And also, lactic acid can go too high. Something called D-lactic acid can go very, very high. When that travels in the bloodstream and makes its way to the brain, it can cause the symptom of brain fog. So, potential causes for this condition, this imbalance in normal flora, range from stress, too much antibiotic use, or not supplementing probiotics after a course of antibiotics. But also, too many probiotics can send you into a syndrome like this. Usually, when probiotics are used that are not in proper ratios, or are used for too long, or in too high of a dose, this type of syndrome could occur. But sometimes it's just with regular probiotic use for general health, these two symptoms can occur. So we're talking about brain fog and bloating. So what happens is, if your lactobacillus is a species of probiotic, when the number of those species goes too high in relationship to the other types of normal flora that you have, there's potential for lactic acid to increase. If it goes so high and enters the bloodstream and it causes changes in the blood levels of lactic acid, then there is potential for significant brain fog. This brain fog could occur only after meals. It could also occur for longer periods of time. People normally associate this symptom with a diagnosis of systemic Candida or SIBO in general. These are both true, but too much probiotic use can lead you into SIBO. And if we find the cause, we can treat it a lot quicker. So bloating happens at the same time, but usually the bloating is only with foods that contain too many carbohydrates or the wrong type of carbohydrates. That's when the gas production would occur in an imbalance like this. So basically, my point of today's show is to highlight that we only like to use probiotics therapeutically. Just like we like to use specific low carbohydrate diets therapeutically in digestive upset, we only like to use probiotics therapeutically, and we like to use specific strains of probiotic for specific conditions. In conditions that are more complicated, like inflammatory bowel disease conditions like Crohn's and colitis, we like to test the normal flora and see what needs to be supplemented. In conditions like IBS, we need to find out the cause. If it's SIBO, we need to suppress an overgrowth. If it's stress, we need to relax we need to remove the cause of stress, and we need to find coping mechanisms. If it's low enzymes, we need to support the breakdown of food by increasing enzyme function and increasing total enzyme number by supplementing. So it's important to find the cause. Sometimes the cause is not low normal flora. Sometimes the probiotics are not needed. Probiotics in general are not needed for optimal well-being. Probiotics in general should only be used on a case-by-case basis in well-documented doses, so that you don't swing yourself into a position of SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, or simply increased gas production, or simply increased brain fog. So please monitor your probiotic usage, and if you suffer from these two symptoms, it may be time to consult with someone about your probiotic usage to find out if you're using the right strains, the right combination of strains, the right ratio of probiotics, and if you're using the right dosage for your specific symptom picture or clinical diagnosis. There are specific strains that have been studied to be used in certain diagnoses. For example, in UTIs, we use a certain strain. In SIBO, we use a complex of strains. In post-infectious diarrhea, we use a complex of strains. So there are a series of different types of probiotics that are used for specific conditions, and it's important to only follow those guidelines, to not just go to the store and grab 100 billion probiotics and to just overwhelm your system, or simply to step into acidophilus on your own without support. This is what I see mostly. Clinically, it's very common for someone to come in and say, oh, I've been taking Lactobacillus acidophilus for 2 years and it's not working for my digestion. This happens all the time. Very commonly, when we take the person off of acidophilus, suppress the overgrowth that's occurring using a herbal approach, and then replenishing with a broad spectrum, multi-strain, proper ratio probiotic, we see the symptoms reside. These core symptoms being brain fog and bloating. Bloating can be random. The bloating can also be simply with meals, and it can also simply be with high carb meals. Something to watch out for. That's what I wanted to cover today. Watch your probiotic usage and check in with these symptoms once in a while. My name is Dr. David Duizer. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the DAMY vlog. If you like content like this, if you're interested in the holistic approach to optimal well-being, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time.